Welcome again to the Old Principal. I am the Old Principal, and we have an English instructional program that we'd like to share with you. Actually, we've been doing a lot of these because today's lesson is number 205. Now, it's too bad that this picture is not too good, but I wanted to tell you that this is where I went to school. I was going to say 100 years ago. Well, it wasn't 100 years ago. I am a little older, but I'm not 100 years old yet. Okay, Laurelwood Academy. Academy is another name for a school. Okay, Laurelwood was the name of the place. Okay, having said that, let's take a look at this lesson. But before we begin, we're going to have Connie share with us. By the way, my wife Connie, who is the voice that you hear, she was a student at the exact same time. 我们是同班同学. So, listen to the story and then I'll be right back.
Story 205, Boarding School. When I was 16, I left home to attend a boarding high school. The first discovery many of us made was that the food was different than what we were used to. Many of the students complained about it. Obviously, institutional cooking is not like mom's cooking, but still I thought it was pretty good. Another discovery was that the dormitories had rules and routines quite different from home. For instance, the dormitory dean regularly inspected each room so that we would keep them clean and orderly. Students with the lowest scores were disciplined, and the usual punishment was to attend a study hall during lunchtime. They ate dry peanut butter sandwiches. Boys and girls were encouraged to keep socializing with the opposite sex to a minimum. Boyfriends and girlfriends, going steady, and serious dating were discouraged. The teachers said that making friends with many people was the wisest thing a young person could do at that time in our lives. Nevertheless, I observed that there were many couples, but they kept their relationships pretty low-keyed. Boarding schools control just about every moment of the day. There is not much time to waste. In those days, lights came on at 6 a.m. and went out at 9:30 p.m. All students were expected to work a couple of hours every day, but they had some choice about what department they wished to work in. The school felt that even if students got good grades but didn't know how to work responsibly, they ran the risk of failure throughout life. Friday afternoon routines were interesting because in the late afternoon the dean made a special inspection of the whole dorm. Saturday in our school was a special day for religious worship. Therefore, we made special preparations and cleaned our rooms the day before. I remember one year even using clear shoe polish to wax the floor of my room. The floor was so shiny that it almost looked like a mirror.
Welcome back. Here we go. We're going to talk about my attendance of a boarding school. Now, when you saw boarding school, a school, you know, everybody knows what a boarding school, boarding means 住校的一个中学, okay? A boarding school, a boarding high school, a boarding academy. We saw that word academy. That's another word for school. So we're talking about in these, we're talking about living there. And you will see that I lived a long, long ways away, so we had to live in the school. Now, when I was 16, I left home to attend a boarding high school. How old was I? 16 years old. Going on. The first discovery many of us made was that the food was different than what we were used to. Of course, nobody cooks like mom cooks. 我们的母亲所做的饭，这个是最好的。So, institutional 公共做的饭也不像妈妈所做的饭。Okay. First discovery many of us made was that the food was different from what we were used to. Many of the students 抱怨. Okay, they complained. This is interesting because what advantage is there in complaining? 你抱怨也没用啊。So it was interesting. During this time, I never complained about the food. Sure, it wasn't as good as mom's, but it wasn't too bad. 不是那么坏. Going on. Okay. Obviously, institutional cooking is not like mom's cooking, but still, I thought it was pretty good. In fact, in one year, I was actually the baker, and I will tell you the story about me baking bread, 做面包, but that's in another lesson. Going on. Another discovery was that dormitories had rules and routines quite different from home. 宿舍, okay, dormitories, 宿舍. So you know what a dormitory is? You have the boys' dormitory and the girls' dormitory. Okay, they all had rules. 都有规矩, 规条. And routines. Okay, routines. 这个平常做的一些事情. Okay, quite different from home. I mean, in the dormitory, you went to bed at a certain time, you got up at a certain time. I mean, everything was controlled. Everything was controlled. 控制得很严格. Okay, going on. For instance, the dormitory dean regularly inspected each room so that we would keep them clean and orderly. 比如说, for instance, the dormitory dean, 这个宿舍主任, okay, regularly, 常常 inspected each room. 检查房间. Of course, he seldom told us when he would do that, so you had to keep your room clean every day, so that we would keep them clean and orderly. 这样我们会保持清洁和 orderly 条理. Okay, orderly and clean and nice. Going on, students with the lowest scores. Now, let's put it this way. When you got a low score for your room, 他检查他打的分数，如果是太低的话, if you got a low score, Okay, they were disciplined. Disciplined. Okay, what does it mean to be disciplined? That means that there was some punishment. In fact, discipline and punishment, see these two words? Very good that they are right side by side, because in here it means almost the same meaning. You can say the same. The punishment, okay, they had to have some kind of a punishment. And the usual punishment, okay, was to attend study hall during lunchtime. Now, I tell you the truth, I did not generally have to attend that study hall. Why? Because usually my room was clean. So I generally didn't have that problem. But to attend the study hall, 因为我的自修室 study hall 自修室 okay, it was during lunchtime. In other words, you could not go to the cafeteria. You could not be with the other students. You had to be in study hall the whole time. Not bad. There's opportunity to study. But what are you going to eat? What are you going to eat? Going on? They ate dry peanut butter sandwiches. Just the thought of a dry peanut butter sandwich makes me smile. To this day, I still like peanut butter. I still like peanut butter sandwiches and even dry peanut butter sandwiches, but not because of that. Okay, dry 是干干的 okay, peanut butter sandwiches, 花生酱的三文治. So, I like peanut butter sandwiches. In fact, sometimes we had these peanut butter sandwiches, and even I would make, when I was at home, I would make peanut butter sandwiches. Easy to make. And I would, okay. I used to have what we called peanut butter, jam, and mustard. 怪怪的. I forgot how to say mustard. 介乎 or something like that. And then jam and peanut butter. Strange combination, but I like the peanut butter. So we ate dried peanut butter sandwiches. Of course, the students hated it. I thought, yeah, it's okay. I'm not going to starve to death. But 一般的学生非常讨厌. Okay, the boys and girls were encouraged to keep socializing with the opposite sex to a minimum. Okay, keep socializing 交往. Okay, socializing with the opposite sex 跟这个异性. Okay, so for me it would be with the girls, and with the girls they should stay away from me. Okay, keep to a minimum. Okay, in other words, this 交往 was to be very low-key, 非常低调. Actually, I'll mention that in just a minute. Again, but the purpose is for school is to go to school, to study, to learn how to work, to learn other important things, not to find a girlfriend. Well, that's what our teachers told us. So the boys and girls were encouraged to keep socializing with the opposite, 跟这个异性要这个交往要低调, keep it to a minimum, low key. Go ahead. Boyfriends and girlfriends, going steady and serious dating were discouraged. Now, boyfriends and girlfriends, 男朋友女朋友, all of this was discouraged. 他们不鼓励, okay, 不鼓励. Okay, going steady. What does it mean to go steady? When a boy and a girl are friends, special friends. In fact, so special, the friends are so special that they don't look to the right or to the left. They are just the special friend of one other person. Okay? This is going steady. I have a steady boyfriend or I have a steady girlfriend. Okay? Now, and that includes dating. The last word we see here, serious dating. Dating, of course, is 约会. But in our school, you couldn't do too much of that because you didn't have the time and you didn't have the freedom. 没有那么多自由. Okay, so this was a different era going on. Teacher said that making friends with many people was the wisest thing a young person could do at that time in our lives. 在我们年轻人那时代, it's the wisest thing to do, 最聪明最有智慧的方法是 to make many friends. So we made many friends. Now, as I tell my story, you'll discover that I had a problem. I was very short, so the girls weren't too interested in me at that time. Actually, I don't think that they were ever too I was just too short. Okay, going on. Nevertheless, I observed that there were many couples. Okay, 很多对. Okay, many couples, 很多对. I observed there were many couples, but they kept their relationship pretty low key. 要把他们的关系非常低调. In fact, we had a term. If the teachers thought that a relationship was heating up too much, 这个一个男一个女的，他们的关系开始太热烈的时候, then the teachers would say, you are on social. And what does it mean on social? Social means that you cannot even talk or look at that person. 根本没有什么任何一个交往. Anyway, this is the story back then. Going on. Boarding schools control every moment of the day. They control every moment of the day. Yes, from 6 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning until 9:30 at night. Everything controlled. Boom, 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 boom. And at 9:30, you know what happened? At 9:30, they would turn out the lights. 总开关, the master switch. turned out the lights, and all the lights in the bedrooms turned off. Okay? All in our rooms, they all turned off. Okay, going on. There was not much time to waste. 没有时间浪费. Of course, you can always waste time, but every moment was controlled. In those days, lights came on at 6 a.m., like I said, and they went out at 9:30 p.m. Going on. All students were expected to work a couple hours every day. 每天每一个学生要工作1到3个小时. But they had some choice about what departments they wished to work for. 但是他们有一点选择，愿意在哪一个部门呢？工作. You could work in an office, or you could work out milking cows, working in the farm, 修理部等等等等. I worked in all those places. Cafeteria, I worked in the cafeteria. Okay, 这个食堂. The school felt that even if students got good grades but didn't know how to work responsibly, they ran the high risk of failure throughout life. The school felt, 学校觉得 students got good grades, 你好的这个成绩, okay? But if you did not know how to work, 不知道怎么样好好工作, 负责任工作, then 人生都会出一些问题. Because if you don't know how to work, hey, life is all about working. And if you don't learn how to work, then they ran the risk of failure throughout life. 人生都有可能会冒一个失败的危险. Okay? The risk of failure throughout life. 人生. Go ahead and go. Friday afternoon routines were interesting because in the late afternoon, the dean made a special inspection of the whole dormitory. Friday afternoon routines, what we did on Friday afternoon was different. I always look forward to Friday afternoons. At least there was no work and there was no school. Okay? Because in the late afternoon, the dean, 这个宿舍主任, okay, made a special 非常非常特别的检查每一个房间呢, okay, of the whole dorm. And on that inspection, everything had to be especially clean, 特别干净. I mean, he would go into the corners and he would say, "What's that? What's that? That's dust." 不合格. So Friday afternoons, very, very important inspection. Going on. Saturday, in our school was a special day for religious worship. On Saturdays, not Sundays, but on Saturdays, was a special day for religious worship. 他们有一些宗教活动，有敬拜上帝的一些聚会. Okay? Religious worship. So this was what we did on Saturdays. Going on. Therefore, we made special preparations and cleaned the rooms the day before. Because the feeling was like this. because Saturday was such an important day for worship, so 敬拜神的特别日子. So the day before, often called the preparation day or the 预备日, that special day helped us prepare our rooms and our lives. And we finished all of our work. On Saturday, we didn't do any work. On Saturday, there was no work to do. I mean, no normal work. Of course, if you worked in the cafeteria, you still had to wash dishes. Some things you have to do. But normally, there was no work at all during that whole day. We just had special meetings. Okay, and that's why we cleaned our rooms the day before. Going on. I remember one year using clear shoe polish to wax the floor in my room. The floor was so shiny that it almost looked like a mirror. One year I used 这个鞋油 okay, this and I used that to 把我不用地板蜡，我用这个鞋油在地板打蜡。Wow, it was shiny, 非常非常亮，甚至于 it looked like a mirror, 看起来好像镜子一样。So, there you have it, a little insight into what life was like when I went to boarding school. Here is our email address, theoldprinciple@gmail.com, and our website, www.theoldprinciple.org. Hey, I've enjoyed telling you a little bit about my life in this story, and I hope that you'll join us again for another story. Bye-bye.